What is going on, everybody? We are in the HOENN Cup using one of the strongest teams you can use. I went 8-1 in 2 sets with this team. Very strong closer. Gardevoir is an absolute monster. Let's check it out. Here you're gonna gain some elo with this team. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it. So let's jump in here, because obviously none of us have XL Pokemon if you are playing this cup. So, or you're just sick of Master League. Sableye into Sableye, the best save swap in the game. I have Mediumcham on the lead. Gardevoir is going to be weak to steel, so the only really major steel type that is going to be in this game, other than Mawile, gotta watch out for Mawile, is going to be Registeel. And with counter power-up punch Mediumcham, Gardevoir can absolutely feast on Pokemon. So there's a Registeel. I'm gonna come in with Mediumcham. The opponent is staying in a little bit too long, allowing me to get off this power-up punch. And from here, I can let the Zap Cannon go through. It is not going to KO me. It's going to put me low, but they're going to come back in with the Deoxys. I am a powered-up punch. Oh, sorry. The Zap Cannon brought me back down to regular. So I just have to get off as much damage as I can. I'm going to let this go through here. It's just a rock slide. We survive, which is absolutely crucial, because now I can get off this Ice Punch, come in with the Gardevoir, Calm all the way down, shield this rock slide, and have a Shadow Ball locked and loaded to take out at Registeel. And Shadow Ball hits hard. You can have Psychic or Synchronize, but I went with Shadow Ball because of the just the damage it needs to get done if I get stuck on a move like Registeel, and I didn't want to waste the 70,000 Stardust. You can run Shadow too. Shadow would probably be better. I did not have a decent Shadow to build, so that is why I went with the regular. The regular will do just fine, but the Shadow is just going to hit a lot more harder with those charms, and it'll probably win a few more matchups, but it might lose a little bit more too. Left, right, good at night to the Mediumcham. Unfortunately, this player is running with a Muddy Water. You want to be running with Hydro Cannon, because Hydro Cannon is just a better hitting move too. And a Glalie, the spice on this trainer here is absolutely amazing. So gonna be throwing off this, they're gonna be throwing off this Avalanche. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna save 2 shields for Gardevoir. What is in the back? It's an Altaria. There's a meta Pokemon, and with 2 shields up with Gardevoir, you're going to be able to win this matchup, no problem. So the whole point of this team is to draw something out with Sableye that is not, that you don't want to see with the Gardevoir, or save all shields for Gardevoir if you get the steel type out of it. Because 2 shield Gardevoir can be anything in this meta other than Registeel. So gonna let this Weather Ball go through. I kind of make a mistake here, and I let my Sableye go down. Now they didn't swap out of the lead when I swapped it in my Sableye, which means they're gonna have another counter to the Mediumcham. So I should have fought for switch here to get my Mediumcham aligned with whatever it needed to be, but it didn't matter anyway, because there's a Gardevoir right there, and these charms are just shredding. This is an XL Mediumcham, everybody. Gonna throw the power-up punch to see what I can do here. Get that last shield. I am gonna shield up this as well. It's probably gonna be the Shadow Ball, and it's a defense Deoxys in the back. And I tried to top left here, but I clicked on my move. But anyways, another great team that I've seen here too. Pelipper is gonna be another great Pokemon to use. Really no hard answer to Pelipper other than defense form Deoxys, but Pelipper can hit really hard back with those either the Hurricanes or the Weather Ball spam. So Pelipper is going to be another great pick. Altaria is obviously a very meta mon. I'm going to shield up this Sky Attack, and I'm going to build up here to the back-to-back foul plays. See if I can grab a shield back. No, we don't. And they come back in with the Pelipper. We would have lost CMP tie anyways, so that's why I went for the extra Shadow Claw damage. I come in with the Gardevoir here, and I am going to have to shield up this Weather Ball. But the thing is, they come in with a Whiscash. So I get some charm damage off here, and they're just going straight Mud Bomb, which is quite nice. I mean, You obviously want the stab, but if you can do one move, this thing can run Blizzard, and Blizzard's gonna absolutely hit like a truck. So you might as well just hit the Blizzard. That way I don't get as much counter damage off, especially since I'm going for Power Up Punch, because I just want the damage off here. I don't want to flip this matchup. See, I want to get this thing low enough where I can come in with my Gardevoir just like they did with the Pelipper. And the good thing is here, we're going to survive this Weather Ball due to the fact that we're not Shadow. We're going to be able to charm down that Whiscash, and that's going to be a good game. Well played here. So now we're going to be hopping in. Now we're going to be hopping into the next set here. So Registeel into Swampert here. They swap into Swampert. I swap into Sableye. I technically don't really have a hard answer for Swampert. I mean, Medicham beats it, and Sableye has a good matchup against it, but you have to expend shields. So the whole point of this whole matchup here is I want to expend both shields, so I'm going to shield this one up. I'm going to get to this. I miscounted. I make a crucial mistake here. I made a very bad mistake. I should have thrown the foul play earlier, either to get the last shield or take them out, because the issue is now is that they have a Gardevoir. We're gonna be able to get that move off here, and gonna have to eat this flash cannon. Left, right, good night, Gardevoir here, and from here we can just almost farm all the way down. I am gonna shield this move up. I know that Gardevoir is not gonna make it to another move, so I have to make it to 2 Ice Punches. I want to be able to raise my attack up so that the Ice Punch is going to KO. I needed Ice Punch for the shield, and I needed Ice Punch for the KO. So first Ice Punch coming in. I just have to survive the charm damage here. We survived the charm damage. Get to the Ice Punch. Get out of here, Gardevoir, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. What a tricky game to play around. Gardevoir lead. I'm gonna swap right away into my Sableye. Don't want to swap into my own Gardevoir. They get some charm damage off and then come into a Pelipper. Which is honestly, if you were my opponent, I would have just stayed in with Gardevoir because you have a good matchup with Pelipper and Medicham anyways. So yeah, might as well just stay in, take that matchup, flip it. But you know, that's just a mistake by my opponent. I come in with the Medicham here. I'm gonna soak all this damage up. That Gardevoir is pretty healthy, so I can't farm up energy here like I did against the last matchup here. So I'm going to have to throw this Ice Punch and then dip out into my own Gardevoir. It's not looking too good because that Gardevoir is going to charm us, and we are almost dead, but it's a Medicham in the back, everybody. Gonna shield up this move here. Don't want to take anything that we don't need to. We get to the Shadow Ball, and this Shadow Ball is going to be left, right, good night to that Medicham. Good game, well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup, Vigoroth, absolutely amazingly here. They swap into Altaria. We swap into the Gardevoir. And the good thing about this is we're going to charm all the way down, and we're going to have loaded energy for that Vigoroth. Bad news is I only have Shadow Ball. Good news is they don't know that. They don't know I only have Shadow Ball. Gardevoir hits hard. So we get a shield from this Vigoroth, which is quite nice. Gonna no shield this Body Slam here. And then I'm gonna come in with Medicham. I'm gonna farm all the way down. So I have loaded energy. I'm assuming it's gonna be a Medicham in the back. It is. And we have this Sableye to lock down this Medicham ourselves. This team is working absolutely perfect. Gonna build up to the back-to-back foul plays. If you're the Medicham in that situation, just go for the Ice Punch. Unless you're running Power Up Punch, I mean, that'd be the only reason why I'm seeing they're going for Psychics there. But they no shield that because they know the game is over. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So Cradilly lead, another amazing lead here. Honestly, I should have just went for Ice Punch here. I go for Power Up Punch because maybe I'm gonna get a shield, but they no shield that, which is I'm fine with. And now they take the Grass Knot. The issue is here is now a second Grass Knot is going to KO me, and I didn't build up to the Ice Punch to KO that. But I am gonna let this go through here. I am gonna get KO'd, but now I'm thinking maybe there's gonna be something weak in the back to Sableye or Gardevoir. But come in with Sableye, get us energy advantage here. But it's a Swampert. Okay, From here, I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can. You decide to shield that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna let this go through. We can survive a Hydro Cannon, and from here, I don't need to shield a thing. I think I do shield just in case I thought it was a Registeel, but it's actually a Vigoroth, and that is an issue because Vigoroth spans out Body Slams like there is no tomorrow, and I'm just hoping they no-shield this. They no-shield it. That puts it into a range where they're only gonna get to a Body Slam, maybe two, but they get to a Bulldoze. And if they just would have went double Body Slam, that would have been fine. But either way, we charm down. They let that go. Crucial mistake by my opponent. So Altaria lead. I'm going to go into my Sableye. Bring out a Pelipper. Okay. Again, my opponent, stay in with the Altaria. Have a decent matchup enough with the Sableye versus the Altaria matchup that you don't need to give up your second Pokemon. Sableye has a good matchup against Pelipper. Medicham does not have the best matchup against Pelipper. Pelipper Wing Attack, Weather Ball, Spam is going to kind of shred Medicham away. Whereas this Altaria, going to hit it with the return here. That return does a lot of damage. Get some. Gardevoir comes in, charms down. In comes up Medicham, and there you go. Gardevoir closing games out because it is a absolute monster. You have to protect it against the steel types. Going 5-0 in that set. Going 3-1 in the first set there. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future. And like always, I will see everybody in the next video.